Hey there, future scientists! Have you ever seen a crystal? They're like magical rocks that sparkle and shine. Crystals form when tiny particles line up in a special way. It's like building a tower, but with molecules. Today, we're going to be crystal growers. We can grow our own crystals at home with just a few simple ingredients. It's going to be an adventure. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of crystals? Let's get started. Want to know a secret? You've probably seen crystals before and didn't even realize it. Salt and sugar are crystals. Even snowflakes are tiny crystals of ice. Cool, right? Now let's gather our supplies and start growing. Before we begin our crystal growing adventure, we need to gather our supplies. Don't worry, you probably already have most of these things at home. Here's what you'll need: a clean glass jar, hot water, ask a grown-up for help, borax powder, you can find this at the grocery store, a spoon for stirring, a pipe cleaner, and food coloring. Optional, but it makes your crystals more colorful. It's important to use a clean jar so that nothing interferes with our crystal growth. We also need hot water to dissolve the borax powder. Borax is like magic crystal dust. It helps our crystals grow big and strong. Finally, the pipe cleaner will act as a base for our crystals to grow on. Now comes the fun part. Let's grow some crystals. Remember to ask a grown-up for help with the hot water. First, fill your glass jar with hot water. Be careful, it's hot. Next, add borax powder to the water, 1 tablespoon at a time. Stir until the borax dissolves. Keep adding borax until it won't dissolve anymore. This is called a saturated solution. Now add a few drops of food coloring if you want to make your crystals colorful. Bend your pipe cleaner into a fun shape, like a star or a heart. Make sure it fits inside your jar without touching the sides. Carefully lower your pipe cleaner shape into the borax solution. Find a safe place to put your jar where it won't be disturbed. Now we wait. It takes patience to grow crystals, but it's worth the wait. As the borax solution cools down, the borax molecules will start to stick together. They'll form a crystal lattice around your pipe cleaner shape. Section 4. The science behind the sparkle. Have you ever wondered how crystals form? It's like magic, but it's actually science. You see, everything around us is made up of tiny particles called molecules. When these molecules arrange themselves in a specific repeating pattern, they form a crystal. In our experiment, we used borax powder. When borax dissolves in hot water, its molecules spread out. As the water cools down, the borax molecules start to stick together again. They form a crystal lattice, which is a fancy way of saying a repeating pattern of molecules. These crystals grow bigger and bigger until we can see them with our naked eye. Crystals come in all shapes and sizes, from tiny grains of salt to giant crystals found deep inside caves. The way they form depends on the type of molecule and the conditions they grow in. Isn't science amazing? Section 5. Safety first. Crystal friends. Before we continue our crystal growing journey, let's talk about safety. Safety always comes first when we're doing science experiments. Here are a few things to remember. Always ask a grown-up for help when using hot water or sharp objects. Don't touch the hot borax solution. It can burn. Never taste or eat the borax powder or the crystals. They are not for eating. Wash your hands thoroughly after handling the borax solution. By following these simple safety rules, we can make sure our crystal growing adventure is fun and safe for everyone. Section 6. Watch your crystals grow. Now comes the hard part: waiting. It takes time for crystals to grow. Check on your crystals every few hours and see what happens. You can even use a magnifying glass to get a closer look. Keep a journal and write down your observations. What do you see? Are the crystals growing bigger? Are they changing color? Science is all about making observations and recording data. After a day or two, your crystals should be big enough to see. Carefully remove your pipe cleaner shape from the jar and let it dry. Congratulations, you've grown your very own crystals. The longer you leave your crystals in the solution, the larger they will grow. You can experiment with different shapes, colors, and even try growing crystals with different materials like salt or sugar. Section 7. Explore the world of crystals. Congratulations on growing your own crystals. You've learned that crystals are formed by the repeating patterns of molecules. You've also learned how to create the perfect conditions for crystals to grow at home. Now that you're a crystal growing expert, why not explore the amazing world of crystals further? Did you know that there are thousands of different types of crystals, each with unique properties? Some crystals are used in electronics, while others are prized for their beauty. You can learn more about crystals by visiting a museum, reading books, or even searching online. Keep asking questions, stay curious, and never stop exploring the wonders of science. Who knows what other amazing discoveries you'll make? Happy crystal growing! Happy crystal!